Hi, my name is Michael Trout. I am the CEO and chairman of EDUIT.org. We are a 501c3 organization that's been around since 2001. Our vision is to redefine the way we play. And what we're looking to do is flatten global education using what I would say a game solution with Media 3.0. Now, for the last 50 years, people have been talking about, radically changing education, and the reality is the technology really has just come about in the last couple of years for us to start seriously thinking about it. Everything from bandwidth to connectivity to the sophistication of the code we use. And a good analogy of this is actually, for the last 50 years, kind of the same amount of time, Hollywood has been wanting to make a movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Unfortunately, until just recently, it was impossible for them to do so. And the process that they use in making that movie is very much going to be the similar way that we're going to approach flattening education. I have a very good idea exactly how the application will run and work and what it will be able to do. I've talked to our chief financial officer, chief technical officer, and our chief game design officer, who is probably one of the top serious game developers in the world and theorists. And both of them assure me everything I envision can be done with current technology. So finally, after 8 years of waiting around, the time is now that we can start moving this project forward. I've given the name to the project eSingularity Initiative. The reason why I call it eSingularity Initiative is because a singularity is an event, a finite event in human history that has, that's had a huge propulsion to civilization. You could say certain other singularity events in human history would have been, the manipulation of fire would have been huge. Language would have been huge. Agriculture was huge. The first domestication, going from a nomad society to a one that that ended up building cities and civilizations. The closest really singularity event to us that we still talk about is really the Industrial Revolution, and this is very similar in scope, and I would argue actually potentially far grander in scope than the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution basically took technology, like we're looking to do, and completely changed the way society operated and learned. In the case of the Industrial Revolution, it was labor forces. Most people don't realize that in the 1700s, China controlled most of the global GMP, and I believe, I'm thinking on top of my head, I think it was like 60 or 70%. And after the Industrial Revolution happened, they lost it all. The same thing goes for education. Right now, there is, the education market's the fastest growing market in the world. It's one of the fastest. I don't know if it is the fastest, but it's fast. And there are so many different solutions, and everyone's trying to get in on the action. A lot of VC money being pumped into it. And the reality is, one group can come out any day now with a solution that will completely revolutionize education. Now, there's certain things that need to happen, certain alliances I believe still needs to happen for this to occur, but for the most part, that is true, that this can happen. Media 3.0 is going to be a driving force in this evolution. And companies like MediaTek, and some other groups are going to play a significant role in this. In the future, you'll be able to basically manipulate media like Play-Doh, like someone does Play-Doh online, not using keys, probably just touching the screen and moving it around. And when we can do that, and we can access to 50 years of educational content on the web that has been data linked and basically sliced apart like Swiss cheese, and so you can just search data content and be able to manipulate that video content and create dynamic lesson plans where you're not even in part of it. You're just as a teacher, you'll just be moving content around, and then plug that into a gaming environment that reinforces the learning in a very simple gaming environment that has an avatar that drives us, that pushes the student to continue. The student basically learns to help it grow, and ultimately the avatar becomes a reflection of the self in education. Our tool that we're looking to develop is going to be accessible to anyone from the age of 2 on up. And it's not going to be inherent on the need to read or write. It's going to be built on the need of discovery and play. And what I tell people, if you can watch, listen, and touch, point and touch, you'll be able to learn. And that's going to be the revolution for education, having one point of entry where everything can be learned, everything. So, the eSingularity event is coming, and I believe it's going to be here within the next 10 years, maybe even sooner, if I have my way. And I'm looking for individuals who want to be part of this revolution. I am the e-revolution dictator, just so you know. And my purpose is to keep pushing this until this happens. So this is my destiny in life, to bring the eSingularity about and to spend every waking day thinking, talking, pushing until it's done. So if you are an investor, if you're someone that believes like me, the technology is there, would like to put your money with my walking shoes and talking mouth and allow me to get to work, I'd be very appreciative. So, this message will get out eventually, and the money will be there eventually, and eSingularity will happen eventually. Thank you for listening. My name is Michael Trout. I am the CEO, founder, dictator of the revolution. Learn anything, anytime, anywhere. Anything, anytime, anywhere. Join the revolution.